This week on C Plus News Time, hot damn, that comedy jam is going to series. NBC is about to get alternative on comedy, and dads can be bad too. I'd be a rad dad mostly because I don't know how bad it is to be a dad with this new fad, and I'll name him Chad. Rhyming is hard, but so is this. C Plus News Time.
It's C Plus News Time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
My life is a repost of a repost on r/Chad White. Welcome back to C Plus News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the comedy news that you didn't know about for the week of October 10th, 2016. Before we get started, ABC ordered its 100th game show late last week, but this time, Ricky Gervais is producing, and kids are there for some reason. Those are two things that shouldn't be together, given one of the two's tendency to curse. Adults have to make a guess on a question, and if they don't know the answer, they can turn to 10 kids. It sounds a lot like an old Fox game show. The title is 5 to Survive, and here's betting that it doesn't even make it to 5. First up, the goddamn Comedy Jam is going to series at Comedy Central, except it's being renamed the Comedy Jam for obvious reasons. Goddamn. The one-time TV special and apparent live show phenomenon was given an order late last week for 8 episodes. The show tasked comedians to get up on stage and tell a story of their youth. Obvious, right, but the story leads into a popular song, and it's admittedly pretty damn cool. Like The Meltdown and This Is Not Happening, the show and live specials stem from a live show that takes place in LA. The Comedy Jam is set to take you out of your seat sometime in 2017. Next up, NBC said it's trying to give back to its comedy-based roots, and now it's dabbling in alternative comedy too. Yes, comedy, like music, has an alt genre and scene. Just think of people like Scott Aukerman, Jason Mantzoukas, and Jessica St. Clair as the Nirvana, Interpol, and Danny Browns of their world. NBC reached across the pond to pick up Common Sense, a BBC Two show that features real people giving statements on the week's news. The American version will have recurring characters in different states giving their opinions on big and small headlines. Better yet, the show is said to be shot, edited, and aired within the week. We'll have to wait and see how this one turns out, obviously. And finally, do you like the Mila Kunis star Bad Moms? Too bad, because now you're going to see that movie again, but this time with dads. STX Entertainment, the company behind Bad Moms, has slated Bad Dads, yes, Bad Dads, for release next July. Not only that, STX also wants to expand on the Bad Moms brand with a reality show, digital series, and actual consumer products. Yikes. This is the first time in a long time that a movie or show has been heavily pushed on for brand recognition. Kids' movies are usually the ones to be sucked dry. DreamWorks' Shrek doubled down on marketing starting with its first movie. They had Burger King tie-ins, classic, and green Baskin-Robbins ice cream with the hot sludge sundae. It even spawned a musical. After that success, there's the 3 sequels with one on the way, 4D movie, Puss in Boots spinoff movie and show, ton of short films, games, comics, theme park rides. That's a lot of crap. That's not the only movie they made into a franchise. Madagascar, How to Train Your Dragon, The Croods, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, Kung Fu Panda, Turbo, and Home all have expanded onto the television screens past their 1, 2, or sometimes 3 movies. Sometimes the whole idea can fail, see Monsters vs. Aliens, but they're consistently on point with their work. Is it good work? That's for viewers to judge, but at least it's work. My personal favorite show, The Simpsons, is one of the 90s top most advertisers. They had games upon games, a never-ending comic book series, regular books, books based on the show, reference guides, a universal ride, music albums, t-shirts, toys, Legos, board games, card games, and probably a ton of other stuff that I missed. But spin-offs existed way before The Simpsons. The 1940 series Abbott and Costello spawned both the Abbott and Costello Show and the Abbott and Costello Cartoon Show. Boy, people of the 1940s, 50s, and 60s were not creative at all. Alf shot off 3 shows. The Daily Show has 5. All in the Family and Happy Days both had 6. All of That had 5, and The Archie Show gave off a staggering 10. Spin-offs are an excellent way for ending series to expand their universes. Think of it this way. Without Keeping Up with the Kardashians, we wouldn't have had I Am Kate, or The Spin Crowd, or Dash Dolls. You don't know how much energy it took me to end that sentence. Spin-offs are a signal that a company can breathe life into an existing series. There are a lot of clunkers out there, but pulling unoriginal moves like this allow a company to take chances on new ventures. So go see Bad Dads if you want STX to make the next Schindler's List. And that's all the news I have for you for this week on C Plus News Time. Why don't you subscribe and check out one of our other videos? Of course, you can always head to the website cpluscomedy.com, where we've got the latest news, reviews, features, interviews, and other good comedy bits that only I can provide you with. Follow us on Twitter at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Twitter at ChadBlackWhite. Like us on Facebook. Tumble with us on Tumblr. And be sure, if you're going to go out on a date, be sure to have money, and a lot of it, because sometimes you could go in the middle of Atlanta, spend over $100, and then be hurting for groceries the next day. All right, guys, that's been a Chad Minute.